Good day everyone, we are the Group 3. Our topic is all about laws on women and children. Tatalakayin natin ang iba't ibang mga batas na nakapaloob sa laws on women and children.
Good day everyone, I'm Jade Michael S. Rimando, BS Cream 3 Bravo. Ang topic ko ngayon ay about sa Magna Carta of Women or also known as Republic Act number 9710. It is a comprehensive law that aims to promote women's empowerment and equality in the Philippines. It recognizes the impact of economic, political, sociocultural realities on women's lives and seeks to eliminate discrimination against them. The law affirms women's role in nation building and ensures substantive equality between women and men. It also provides measurement to protect women for various forms of abuse and discrimination, promoting their rights and well-being. Ang ibig sabihin po ng RA 9710 or Magna Carta of Women is ang bawat individual ay pantay-pantay sa pamamagitan ng taglay na dignidad ng bawat tao. Walang sinuman ang dapat makaranas ng diskriminasyon batay sa etnisidad, kasarian, edad, lahi, kulay, relihiyon, kapansanan, politika, o iba pang opinyon, panlipunan, ari-arian, kapanganakan, o iba pang katunayan ayon sa pamantayan ng karapatang pantao. Ang additional lang po sa Magna Carta of Women ay ito po ay isang komprehensibong batas na karapatang pantao sa kababaihan na naglalayong alisin ang diskriminasyon sa pamamagitan ng pagkakilala, proteksyon, pagtupad, pagtataguyod ng mga karapatan ng kababaihang Pilipino, lalo na yung mga kabilang sa marginalized na sektor ng lipunan. Meron po tayong mga key provisions para sa empowerment ng kababaihan. Meron po tayong ditong promotes women's participation in decision-making process and access to resource. Mga kababaihan po natin is pwede po silang makiparticipate sa mga decision-making upang marinig din po ang mga nais nilang sabihin. Next is merong equal opportunities. Ensures equal access to education, employment, and healthcare. Ang Magna Carta of Women po is about sa batas, sa kababaihan, upang mabigyan po sila ng oportunidad sa mga decision making, sa edukasyon, employment, and sa healthcare. Meron din po ditong protection from abuse dahil karamihan po sa mga pamilya, hindi lang po sa pamilya kundi sa schools, sa works, is meron pong abused. Especially po sa mga kababaihan dahil karamihan po sa mga kababaihan is hindi po nila masabi yung mga gusto nilang sabihin. And meron po tayong batas tungkol doon. Protection from abuse. Prohibits all forms of violence against women and children. Meron din po tayong substantive equality. It recognizes women's rights to equal treatment and opportunity. Yun na po yung sinasabi kong pantay-pantay. Kailangan po is pantay ang pagtrato natin sa mga kalalakihan at sa kababaihan. Ang conclusion po about sa 9710 or Magna Carta of Women is it is significant step towards achieving gender equality and promoting women's rights in the Philippines. Ang Magna Carta of Women po is para po mabigyan ng oportunidad ang mga kababaihan at mabigyan po sila ng sapat na respeto at pagtrato. Yun lang po at maraming salamat.
Good morning, sir. I'm Jervin Analis from Bravo 3. My topic is RA 6949, an act to declare March 18 of every year as a working special holiday to be known as National Women's Day. What is RA 6949? RA 6949 is a significant piece of legislation in the Philippines, reflecting the country's commitment to gender equality and the recognition of women's vital roles in society. It serves as a reminder of importance of celebrating women's contribute and promoting their rights and opportunities. What is the examples of RA 6949 or the National Women's Day? It's a powerful reminder of the importance of the gender equality and need to celebrate and empower women in their all diversity. It's a day to acknowledge their past, celebrate their present, and work toward a brighter future where women can fully contribute to society and reach their full potential.
Good day sir, ako po si Jake Capelinho, BS Criminology 3 Bravo. Ang topic ko po ay Republic Act 8980 o mas kilalang Early Childhood Care and Development. Ang Early Childhood Care and Development po ay isang batas na sumusuporta sa mga bata na bigyan ng magandang edukasyon at maayos na pangangalaga mula pagsilang hanggang 6 na taong gulang. Layunin din ito na mapabuti ang kanilang physical, mental, social sa pamamagitan ng mga programa tulad ng preschool, daycare at iba pang serbisyo pangkalusugan at nutrisyon. Pinibigyan ng batas ang papel ng gobyerno, komunidad at magulang na mabigyan ng dekalidad na edukasyon ang mga bata upang mabigyan ng magandang pundasyon ang kanilang kinabukasan balang araw.
Good day everyone, I'm Jara Sungaben, BS Crim 3 Bravo. My topic is Republic Act number 11648. Republic Act 11648, also known as DAN Act promoting for stronger protection against rape and sexual exploitation and abuse, increasing the age for determining the commission of statutory rape, amending for the Purpose Act number 3815 as amended, otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code, Republic Act number 8353, also known as the Anti-Rape Law of 1997, and Republic Act number 76110 as amended, otherwise known as the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. And here are the example of RA 11684. A 10-year-old child is being sexually abused by a family member. After RA 11648, the Department of Education is mandated to include age-appropriate education on child protection in the curriculum. This could help the child understand their rights and seek help if they are being abused. These examples illustrate how RA 11648 has strengthened the legal framework for protecting children from sexual abuse and exploitation in the Philippines. It aims to create a safer environment for children and hold perpetrators accountable for their actions.
Hello, my name is Grammar Salvador from BS Criminology 3 Bravo. My topic is all about Republic Act 9344. Republic Act 9344, an act establishing a comprehensive juvenile justice and welfare system, creating the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Council under the Department of Justice, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. In Republic Act 9344 allows for diversion program for children in conflict with the law in certain circumstances. For example, if the penalty for the crime is 6 years or less, the local social welfare and development officer will meet with the children and their parents or guardians to develop a diversion program.
Good day everyone, I'm Nathaniel Acosta, BS Stream 3 Bravo, and my topic is Republic Act number 11930, also known as the Anti-Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children Law, was signed into law in the Philippines to strengthen measures against the online sexual exploitation and abuse of children. Dahil sa pag-usbong ng internet, mas dumami ang kaso ng sexual abuse at exploitation ng mga bata online Kaya ipinatupad ang batas na to dahil layunin po nito na protektahan ng mga bata laban sa online sexual exploitation at pagkalat ng child sexual abuse materials. Example, a person creates and distributes explicit image or videos of a minor over the internet in exchange for money or other benefits. This act violates RA 11930, which criminalizes the creation, distribution, or possession of any material involving child sexual exploitation online.
Good day to everyone. My name is Michelle Telan from BS Criminology 3 Bravo. I'm here to discuss what is all about RA 9262 or also known as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children. Ano nga ba ang RA 9262? Ang RA 9262 ay ang Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. It refers to any act or series of acts committed by any person against a woman who is his wife, former wife, or against a woman with whom the person has or had a sexual or dating relationship, or with whom he was a common child, or against her child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, within or without the family abode, which result in or is likely to result the physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering, or economic abuse, including threats of such act, battery, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary depriving of liberty. Layunin ng batas na ito na protektahan mula sa anumang uri ng karahasan ang lahat ng kababaihan at kabataan. Ang bawsi ay isang pampublikong krimen ng maaring isampa ng isang babae o ng nakakaranas ng pang-aabuso sa kanyang pamilya, kabarangay, social worker o concerned citizen, kagaya na lamang ng pananakit ng isang asawa sa mga anak at asawa din nito. Nilalayan nitong tugunan ang paglaganap ng karahasan laban sa kababaihan at mga bata. Bawsi, mga pang-abuso sa kababaihan at kanilang mga anak ng kanilang mga kapareha tulad ng asawa o dating asawa, live-in partner or ex-live-in partner, boyfriend, girlfriend or ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, dating partner or ex-dating partner.
Sir, I'm John Ron Bulan from 3 Bravo. My topic is RA 7610 Anti-Child Abuse Law. Republic Act Number 7610, also known as the Specialized Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act, is a Philippines law enacted on June 17, 1992. It provides stronger deterrence and specialized protection against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, and sets forth measures for the rehabilitation and assistance of children who are victims of such offenses. Example, child trafficking, penalized act, or selling or trading children or exploitation. Ibig sabihin po nito, sir, is pagbebenta or pagtitrade ng mga bata kapalit ng pera. The definition of child abuse, it includes physical, psychological, and sexual abuse or any act that harms or exploits a child. Ang halimbawa po ng physical abuse, sir, is pananampal, pagkurot, pagsasakal, pagsipa, pagtulak o hindi angkop na paggamit ng mga droga. Sa sexual abuse naman, sir, is gustong paghipo, sumodiya sa pilitang kawaran at pagkuha ng litrato ng isang babae. Yung psychological abuse, sir, is emotional or mental harm. Hindi man natin sila nasasaktan sa kanilang katawan, sir, pero nasasaktan natin sila sa pagsasalita ng hindi maganda. Next is child pornography. In criminal law, any visual deception or a minor, a person who has not reached the age of consent, engaging in sexual explicit activity. Child pornography is a party as defined as any pornograph, film, video, picture, or computer generated image that depicts actual or simulated sexual explicit activity by a minor. Yung child pornography po, sir, ito yung mga batang wala pa sa tamang edad na nasasangkot sa mga hindi magagandang bagay. Ang child pornography din po, sir, is ito yung pagkuha ng mga malalaswang larawan, video o mga galing sa computer na picture para i-upload sa media para pagkakitaan.
I'm Geraldine S. Kaging from BS Cream 3 Bravo. My topic is the Republic Act 7877, an act declaring sexual harassment unlawful in the employment, education, or training environment and for other purposes. Section 1.
This act shall be known as the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995. Section 2. Declaration of Policy. The state shall value the dignity of every individual, enhance the development of its human resources, guarantee full respect for human rights, and uphold the dignity of workers, employees, applicants for employment, students, or those undergoing training, instruction, or education. It also defines as any uninvited sexual behavior that is insulting, embarrassing, or intimidating to others is also against the law to sexually harass other person. As a result of policy has been established that any act of sexual harassment is illegal everywhere, including in the workplace, educational, or training environment, and other purposes. The Section 2 contains the policy declaration, which includes encouraging the development of human resources and to ensure the full respect of human rights and to protect the dignity of all individuals. Nobody in this world, man or woman, is deserved to be sexually harassed. We have all the rights to live freely, free from harassment, bullying, and discrimination.
Good day everyone, I'm Joanna Lynn Molina from BS Criminology 3 Bravo. My topic is about RA 9231 or also known as Anti-Child Labor Law. Ano nga ba ang batas na ito? It is an act providing for the elimination of the worst forms of child labor and affording stronger protection for the working child. Ito ay isang batas na naglalayong alisin ang mga pinakamasamang anyo ng child labor at magbigay ng mas matibay na proteksyon sa mga nagtatrabahong bata. Here are the worst forms of labor: slavery or pagkaalipin, prostitution and pornography, use of children for illegal activities or ang paggamit ng mga bata sa illegal na gawain. Prescribed employable age. Under this law, children below 15 years of age shall not employed except in the following cases. Kapag ang bata ay nagtatrabaho sa ilalim ng pangangasiwa ng mga magulang o tagapag-alaga. Kapag ang bata ay nagtatrabaho sa larangan ng libangan o impormasyon through cinema, theater, radio, television, or other forms of media. Regulates working hours for children. Ang mga bata sa edad na 15 ay hindi pwedeng magtrabaho sa higit na 20 oras sa isang linggo o 4 na oras kada araw. Sa edad na 15 to 17 years old naman ay hindi pwedeng magtrabaho ng higit sa 8 oras sa isang araw o 40 oras sa isang linggo. The night work from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. ay mahigpit na ipinagbabawal. Regulates disposition of children's wages. Child's earnings ay dapat itakda para sa kanyang suporta at sa kanyang pag-aaral o edukasyon. Not more than 20% ng kita ng bata ang ilalaan para sa mga pangangailangan ng pamilya. Kung sino mang nagpapabaya sa mga probisyon ng batas ay maaaring makulong o magbayad ng multa. Ang mga nagpapabaya ay maaaring makulong mula 8 taon hanggang 20 taon at magbayad ng multa mula 100,000 to 1 million pesos. Ang mga ahensya na tagapagpatupad ay ang mga DOLE, DepEd, DOH at DSWD. Ang Republic Act 9231 ay naglalayong protektahan ang mga bata mula sa mga masamang epekto ng child labor at bigyan sila ng opportunity na makapagtapos ng edukasyon at magkaroon ng maayos at saganang buhay.
I'm Gwyneth Nasino, BS Cream 3 Bravo. Republic Act No. 8353, also known as the Anti-Rape Law of 1997, is a significant piece of legislation in the Philippines that aims to protect individuals, particularly women, from the heinous crime of rape. This law expanded the definition of rape to include acts of sexual assault other than penile vaginal intercourse, such as oral sex, anal sex, and the insertion of object into the genitalia or anus. It also reclassified rape as a crime against person, recognizing the severe physical and psychological harm inflicted on victims. The law also introduced several aggravating circumstances that can increase the penalty, such as the use of deadly weapon, the presence of multiple offenders, or the victim's disability or age. Additionally, RA 8353 mandates mandatory psychological counseling and medical assistance for rape victims. While RA 8353 has been instrumental in addressing the issues of rape in the Philippines, it is important to note that challenges remain. This includes the needs of effective implementation of the law, addressing societal attitudes towards sexual violence, and providing adequate support services for survivors. Despite these challenges, RA 8353 serves as a crucial legal framework for protecting individuals from sexual assault and promoting justice for victims.
I am James Landicho, BS Criminology 3 Bravo. My topics is all about RA 8505. Republic Act number 8505, also known as the Rape Victim Assistance and Protection Act of 1998, is a Philippine law enacted to strengthen the response and support system for victims of rape. It established measures to provide comprehensive care and assistance to rape survivors while protecting their rights and dignity throughout the judicial process. Key provisions of RA 8505. Number 1. Rape Crisis Centers. These centers are mandated to be established in every province and city. They provide legal assistance, counseling and emotional support, medical and psychological examination, emergency shelter and protection services. Number 2. Interagency support. The law involves government agencies like the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Health, and the Department of Justice, along with local government units and non-governmental organizations to collaborate in providing assistance. Number 3. Confidentiality. Safeguards are in place to maintain the confidentiality of victims' identity and records. Unauthorized disclosure is punishable by law. Number 4. Support in legal proceedings. Victims are provided legal representation and assistance to ensure their access to justice. Efforts are made to minimize further trauma during court procedures. This law aims to promote a victim-centered approach to handling rape cases, recognizing the need for a holistic support system to aid survivors in the recovery and pursuit of justice.